when you feel everything is going backward, trust the process. Trust the process. Know that God is not going to forsake you. He's not going to forsake you. You know, there is this story I heard about somebody. The woman has a male child and 5 females. The male child is like the second to the last. So every time they used to abuse the male child, the female. You know, when you are in the midst of ladies, they will they want to show the fact that they senior you. Especially if you are the last or the last guy. It's not always funny. Now, so every time they will tell their younger brother, you're a goat. Like if you do anything, you're a goat. So this younger brother will now start crying. He will start crying. They call me a goat. They call me a goat. One day, he now went to go and report to the mother. The mother now said, wait, they are calling you a goat. Do you have horns in your head? He said, no. Do you have 4 covered on your body? He said, no. So, why are you now being traumatized by the fact that they call you a goat? And I said, all right. So the next time the sisters are now called him a goat. And I said, goat. Goat. Where's the goat? Where's the goat? He was not bothered about that name again. You see, many a times in our lives, we are too predictable by the devil. The devil will say, let me just throw this to him. I know how he will react. You are too predictable. You need to tell him that, no, this is not me. This is not me. We are too predictable. And that is why the devil is making fun of us. Is making jest of us. We should understand the fact that we serve a living God. We are too predictable. Any small thing, you are down. Instead of you rising up and giving thanks in all things. Give thanks in all things. Give thanks. God is saying you are saved by grace, not by the works of your hand. Not by the works of your hand. You are saved by grace. So in no situation, in anything, in any circumstance, we find ourselves, have that faith, have that belief in yourself that I'm going to a greater place. And the devil cannot hold me back. The devil has no right to hold me back. You see, many a times, we are overwhelmed by the fact that if I do this, won't I fail? We are scared to death. If I do this, if I go to this next stage of my life, won't I be a failure? But one thing is sure, and one thing is certain. God will always bless the work of your hand. One thing is certain. So we need to move. We need to take action. Stop the procrastination. Stop it. Stop it. When you believe that God is for you, you don't need to be chasing approvals. You don't need to start comparing yourself with others. Everybody have his own destination. Everybody has his own destination. Everybody has his own pattern. You see this era? I pray God will help us. I pray God will help us. Comparison. You are saved by grace, not by work. You are saved by grace. And you can also rest on this truth that I am loved by grace. You see, when we understand all these little things, it changes our identity in Christ. Let's be spirit-filled. Let's understand the fact that God is for us. And I am loved. A label in your life. A label you have been kind, not good enough, stupid, failure. Just think of those aspects of your life. Think of those aspects of your life that need God's touch, that seems not perfect, that seems everything is on standstill. Think of those things. Now, whisper it to yourself. By grace, I am loved. Whisper it to yourself. By grace, I am loved. Whisper it to yourself. By grace, I am loved. Now, the book of Luke, chapter 15, verse 11 to 24. I don't want to read the story. All of us know the story of the prodigal son. Here is a boy who wasted all his life. He wasted everything. He dishonored his father. And he came home expecting punishment. But what did the father do? The father embraced him. He hugged him. And even threw a party for him. So that is grace. After grace changes our identity in Christ, grace also frees us from shame and fear. It frees us from shame and fear. Now, grace doesn't just forgive. Grace restores. Grace restores. Now let's think of Peter. He denied Jesus 3 times. And he thought it was over for him. But in John 21, Jesus restored him and said, "Feed my sheep." So grace turned Peter's failure into calling. Grace restores. Grace frees us from shame and fear and restores. Some of us are carrying baggage of shame. But grace is saying, "Come home. Come home. Come home. Let me restore you. Come home." Come home. Let me restore you. You see, when it's finally your time, nothing can hold you back. You see, when the archer reach out to the quiver to collect an arrow, when that time is you, nothing can hold you back. Trust the process.